Good morning, guys. Welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Tap like, subscribe down below. If you don't mind, it helps us so much. Welcome back to the channel. And don't forget, we've also launched our Patreon. And don't forget about Caleb and Brown, your one-stop shop for your cryptocurrency brokerage needs. Today's episode, what are we covering? This major shift that's been happening in crypto, XRPL, Solana, and Axelar. Axelar, as you know, bridges the blockchains together. This is not simply a rumor. We know that on X589 was tweeted. Now, these networks are now connecting using live production and live production interoperability. A recent 589 post that I mentioned. Very interesting stuff. The story is not just, we all know about the backstory of it. We can talk about it. We can think of it more like this is the plumbing linking XRPL, EVM Sidechain, and Axelar together. This connection's, it basically reshapes how liquidity moves in and out of major blockchain systems so that they're not siloed walled gardens. Today, we uncover the documented and verified pieces of this today, okay? Only what's not the speculation, only the facts is what we're going to cover. I welcome you into the channel. And Victor, welcome in. If you don't stand XRP, you better be poor. I don't know. I mean, XRP is something. Thanks for your comment, brother. XRP is something that the world is missing. There's no question about that. I think you're over the target. I think a lot of people are going to find themselves struggling. This is my opinion. But guys, Axelar's global cross-chain system now with XRP and the EVM sidechain and what's happening now, this feature known as GMP, General Message Passing now, allows any chain to trigger a contract on any other chain. It's freaking huge. With Axelar, XRPL can now interact far beyond local ledger boundaries. This means XRPL is no longer limited to native ledger operations alone, guys. XRPL now, the actions on it can now initiate smart contract calls on external networks in a secure way. It's huge. This includes calls to EVM networks and chains outside the EVM universe as well. Axelar validates these messages and routes them safely between networks, guys. This is huge. This is a live production grade bridge layer for XRPL's future is what this comes down to. Creates a path for liquidity. XRP's liquidity at least to move off chain. It's huge. Huge. Somebody tell me. This is huge stuff, guys. It's been developing for a little bit. But this is just one pillar, or the first pillar, XRPL ecosystem now taking shape. We've been watching for a while. But those who are not over the target, with at least XRP, and then XDC, XLM, HBAR, IOTA, Algo, Quant, ADA, the other ISOs. The XRPL EVM sidechain brings full EVM power to the XRP ecosystem now. It launches with Axelar as the key connection to the rest of Web3. Axelar provides the first live and trusted cross-chain infrastructure for us here with this new network. It links XRPL and EVM sidechains and over 80 chains in active use now. Wrapped XRP serves as the native gas token on the EVM sidechain itself, and Axelar enables WXRP flow between the EVM sidechains, XRPL, and external chains with verified paths, of course, safe paths. Transfers operate through Squid, Axelar router. Guys, let me ask everybody. Hi, Michael. How you doing? Welcome, man. Price is the big question. Well, price is always the big question for everybody. Now, here's the thing. We know what happens. All right, here's the thing. We can cover a little more on this. I've basically covered what I want to cover on this connection. It's pretty obvious what's happening here. I could go on and on and on and on and on. I'm going to... Oh, Michael, you got sidetracked. Okay, here's the deal. Price is what everybody's doing this for. Come on, what are you guys, developers? Nobody's a developer. We're doing this because we're waiting, because we're waiting for this day where price go up for everybody and all this stuff. All right. We all get it. That's what we're all waiting for. Now, here's the thing with price going up. Please understand the truth on this, that until, with XRP at least, this is my opinion. Please understand my truth. This is my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. You can lose everything in crypto. All right, here's my opinion on XRP and what's been happening. It sounds a tad tinfoil hatty, and I'm sure it does, and it's okay. I feel it's been suppressed for quite some time, along with some others. It ain't the only one. Easy to suppress, easy to buy off OTCs and dark pools and not affect price, at least for some time. Now, here's what happens with XRP, because I get a lot of comments and people are like, well, XRP's price is still static, and I get a lot of these. This is why I'm jumping on top of this, Michael, right now. XRP's price is going to go. You remember what happened with the Trump pump? Remember that? Okay. That wasn't even the real drive that can happen in a whatever day period that happened in. That day or two. I was on a project when that happened, and I thought to myself, wow. See, I knew this was going to happen like this. I was checking the charts that day. The whole day. And then for just a few days, when that all jumped up, and so that jumped up, it's from 50 cents it was at for a while, and jumped to whatever, a couple bucks, whatever it went to, $3, went to $3.50 or something, whatever it went to during that time there. I think it's very clear that XRP is a little runner, and that when it's ready to run, it will run. Now, we got a lot of frustrated folk, I understand, that have purchased XRP way back and are waiting for this puppy to finally run. I understand. I get it. I play the game too. We are all waiting for this thing to happen. I get it. Now, here's the deal. Eventually, it is going to happen. And those who are not already on the train can't run fast enough to catch up to the train. Because not only is it going faster than you can maintain the speed, your running speed, 15 miles an hour, whatever it is, depends. Olympic runners run 24 to 28 miles per hour, which is insane. Insanely fast for a human. But anyway, yeah. We're not running that fast. Now, by the time that happens, that train going too fast now. See, so now that train going a little too fast. Price is too high, priced out. Can't get on that train now. It's going too fast. There you go. That's it. I mean, I don't know what to say. Happened to a lot of people with the Trump bump now, didn't it? People are being honest. Now it came down to $2. People said, well, it's not really back down to where that 50 cents was. And I have a feeling it might go back down. I'm just going to wait. Yeah, it might. I doubt it. I doubt XRP is going back to 50 cents. Am I a financial advisor? Of course I'm not. Not a financial advisor. Is XRP going back down to 50 cents? It might. I mean, it's probably not. I mean, if everybody pay attention to this whole thing. But, is it going to 50, 60, 75, 100, 150, 200, $250, $300? $400, $500, actually relatively easy once it gets its show on with all the switches flipped on and all happening, and it's going up because of the utility of it all. XRP, because of its usage on the XRP ledger, because of it becoming more scarce, of course, as it's used, and a number of other things. Oh my gosh. I understand it is really the beach ball thing being pushed under the water We've been waiting and waiting for this thing to pop, and we got a little bit of a peak above the water with the Trump pump. But we're in a spot now where I think it's pretty clear that XRP is going to probably, well, Jay Claver says, what, $100 by the end of the year? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I mean, it's going to $100 faster than people realize. That's the thing about XRP, because it's been hanging around, and I'm saying suppressed for, in my opinion, suppressed for so long that when it is allowed to run over some days and weeks and months, particularly because of its usage, not on speculation, including ETF, necessity to purchase to hold custody for the spots, 5 of which are in play now, which are already at almost, what are they at? Like, I don't know. Somebody tell me where those are at. They're at insane numbers right now, the XRP ETFs. There are more to come. The largest have not even filed yet, the BlackRocks and so forth. So somebody tell me what's getting ready to happen. Regulation only moving forward in as far as tailwinds concerning regulations. Somebody tell me what might happen in the future. You don't have to be a genius to know what's going on with XRP and its price coming up. It's going to hit this shock. And when we know about the thin liquidity and even when we compare it to Bitcoin's available float, when we talk about thin liquidity, oh my gosh, the shock on this thing when XRP runs, oh yeah, go $100 fat. How can it go to $100, dang? It's been stuck at these prices for so long. I just don't understand what you're talking about. That doesn't make any sense. Go back on the chart and look at Bitcoin. Go look at Google. No, go look at Amazon. Go look at Tesla. Go look at these charts, please. Hey guys, let me get into these comments because I'm yapping, and I'm not paying attention to my people. Yes, it is just choppy right now. Yes, we're gonna move. We're gonna move. Don't worry. Seth, good morning, brother. Tokenized derivatives, delicious. Guys, there's so much coming on this XRPL on this ledger. And also some other, I mean, come on. I know people have seen VeChain and some of these others. We got some tokenization coming to VeChain as well. XDC is going to be getting some RWAs, rocking on its chain, on the Zinfin chain. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of tokenization here, a lot of real-world asset tokenization. Now, a lot of people don't like it. It is what it is. Guys, welcome in. Victor, welcome in. Michael, Seth. I know we have some others in here, especially our regulars. Welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank Crypto Tank. Please tap that like and subscribe down below. Now, here's the thing. Before I flip and blow a gasket, because I know there are so many. Why does my mouse never want to work for me, right? Yeah, see? It doesn't want to stay charged. Crypto markets coming at 3.09 trillion. Fear and greed, 25 now. We were at 10 not too long ago. Coin market cap wants to shout out and put its CMC 20 price right here above Bitcoin for everybody because they can. Not paying attention to that. 90,000 for a Bitcoin, 90,000 and a half almost. XRP weighing in here at $2.06. Solana, $132 per coin. Where's my Axie? Where is our Axelar? Axelar is in today at 11 cents. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. You tell me about Axelar. Should somebody do something about Axelar, given that it was at $2.25? You're never going to buy or sell anything because what I say or do is crypto is very risky. You can lose your stocks, your shorts, your pants, your glasses, everything in crypto. So don't buy or sell anything because what I say or do because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an educator. I'm an entertainer sometimes. Now, here's the thing. It was at $2.25 here back in March, on March 11th of this year. That's its all chart. And that's why do you talk like that? Talk like that because try to slow myself down. That's its all chart. Because look at back here in October, mid-October, it was under $1, and then it did the SETI spike thing right here, the wow signal, and it did another mini one here, and then it says, you know what, I'm gonna go with the rest of our crypto space all the way down the mountain. Okay, fine, no problem. Careful about what you say, Tech. Do you think I might want to try taking $2,000 and putting it into Axelar at 11 cents? Let's see what might happen here. Oh, boy. If I did that, I would get myself 18,181 coins. Now, look here's the thing. Got to pay the exchange fee, so if I called it 18,000 coins, what would happen? I don't know. I couldn't say what would happen because we don't know where Axelar's price is going to go. Here's the deal. 18,000 of them, if she could make her way to, I don't know, a few bucks or so, that's 54 grand on 2K drop down. As a calculator example, I would never suggest anybody buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel. Now look if in this calculator exercise, I decided to take 10K, for the sake of argument, why are we arguing anyway? Why would you? All right, look at 90,000 coins. Okay, almost 91. All right, 90,000 coins. Now, when that 90,000, call it because you got to pay the exchange, so coins, takes itself to, I don't know, when Axelar goes to like $25 or so. Now that's a little bit different. That's 2.2 mil. 2.26. So 2.25 mil before taxes are paid. Now, am I suggesting that's going to happen? I don't know. I'm saying that's not out of the realm of possibilities there, that little scenario. It could happen. Is it going to happen? I don't know. In my opinion, I think crypto's going nowhere but to the moon. Don't forget, coming up here in the not-so-distant future, don't forget about Caleb and Brown, your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency brokerage. And they're one-to-one back. They're open 24/7, and they use Fireblocks institutional-grade custody to guard your crypto. It costs $500 worth of you buying. It's a $500 onload for Caleb, and it's 3.5% for buy-sell swap, any buy-sell swap. They do not charge you to onboard your crypto, however, but you have to, you've got to spend $500 to actually create an account, at least a minimum. And it's really nice. It's a great site. They're in the U.S. now with, I believe I better get my story straight here. They're in the U.S. with an office or two now. I better clean up my act on and update myself on where exactly Caleb is now in the United States, but they're based out of Australia primarily, and now I have offices here in the United States. Please don't get stuck on exchanges that are crashed this time around. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what's been happening, so I don't know. We're going to have to see. Guys, let's look at XRP moving on to Fiat Leak, 250,000 coins on Fiat Leak. I'm sorry, 270, 275, 279, 275,000 traded in the past minute of XRP. And getting back to what we were discussing earlier today, folks, in the episode, a little bit of AI action explaining what's going on with Axelar and XRP and XRPL and Solana connection. What is going on here? By the way, you guys realize how huge, I don't know if everybody does, understand how huge Axelar is, because I think that calculator exercise, if I took that 90K, I think I'm really putting it against a $250 Axelar before too long. And that now, of course, changes the game, doesn't it, entirely? Because that's now 22.5 mil before tax. Oh, boy. On 10K, remember we purchased 10K for 11 cents. That's a calculator exercise. I am never suggesting anybody buy or sell anything, because what I say or do, I'm not a financial advisor. Now, here's the deal. Excuse me. Axelar, this was what? Early 2024, I do believe, that they connected, that they partnered with Ripple. Somebody correct me on that. Is it early 2024? Axelar connected with Ripple. Now, let's run through this very quickly here. What Axelar does for cross-chain Web3. The Axelar network is a decentralized platform that connects different blockchains into one seamless system. I mean, you just drop the mic right there. That is what has been, that's, come on, just think. What good are all these blockchains? They're all sitting in, they're all siloed, right? If they're all walled gardens, what good are they? Well, they can be of use. They can be used to very poignantly and specifically or singly deal with companies at a time, so to speak, and that's great. And and that can do that. Now, if we have a number of blockchains that perform different various functions, so to speak, and also some cross-train, such as perhaps the 8 ISOs, XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, IOTA, Algo, ADA, and Quant. If we look at those 8 and how they cross-train and also specialize and stay in their lane with specific functions, if we look at the truth of that, oh boy, what happens if we can interoperate blockchains like these 8, and create something called a QFS, or the Quantum Financial System over Ledger. Thank you, Quant. So anyway, I don't know if what are you guys doing? Anybody following crypto? All right, here's the thing. I don't want to get into the article because I'm tired. No, because I'm having a blast, but we don't need to get into all those specifics. What I need to do is check the comments, see what you guys are saying. Enough of your yapping, tanker. You do a lot of yapping, guy. That's what somebody should say in the comments. Do a lot of yapping, buddy. I never hear that. Now, how come I never hear that? All I hear is, where's XRP's price hasn't moved? This guy sounds like a clown, blah, blah, blah. One time, hang on. I'll get to the comments. Early on, this is funny. Earlier on, I'm sure I'm going to get more doozies. Somebody goes, this dude sounds like a deaf guy yelling outside of a Holiday Inn. It's very creative, I thought. That was really funny. One of the funniest comments ever. I'm like, this guy's awesome. All right, Mick, what's up, dude? Good morning. Future crypto millionaire. Well, he didn't say future. He said crypto millionaires. Well, yeah, might as well visualize it now, dude, because it's happening. We're ready. Seth, private property. You can use this collateral. Also delicious, says Mr. Seth. Seth, what's up, brother? Guys, people in the community, thanks for tuning in to the Tanker. And Nick is back. Don't know how to say your name still, but it's interesting and funny. What do you think? We will bottom in April? Guys, I don't know, man. I don't know. Patience, don't worry. Grow wild. People with no patience will gonna miss out. Now look at Grow Wild's got the head screwed on straight. Patience. Do I know what I'm doing? I'm a contractor. What the heck do I know about finance? I've been doing this for a while. I know a little bit. I'll answer that. I know a little bit. Here's the thing. You guys know a little bit too. That's why you're watching this right now. Anybody watching, who said that? Who said that? Mick USMC. Good morning, crypto millionaires. Thank you. There you go. It kind of says it all. Because earlier on, Michael in the comments is like, dude, he's like, price. What's going on, price? And it's like, well, I hear ya. It is all about the price. Why we're doing this is for the price, right? It's all about that price, man. This is why we're doing this. And it's going. Don't worry. Here, let me show you something real quick. What is going on with this blessed mouse? I'm sure it's usually me. When things don't work properly, electronics or whatever, it's usually me. Here's the thing with this. Check it. Check it, check it, check it. Here it is. Let's take a look at Corny Market Cap and look at, let's just look at this, for instance. Let's look at the entire crypto market, just jumping back a hair here. Here, let's go. Let's get back to, all right. So if we come back here to June of 2022, when we're down at these levels, and you got your that little boy there with the backpack, that little crash, the FTX thing. Guy who ate no meat, ate all the veggies, couldn't put it. He's still heavier than you know what I mean? How you eating no meat? I think you're sneaking meat. Come on, how you getting that big with no exercise, by the way? Anyway, look at it's hereditary. Look at here's the thing. When we look back at these days, mid-December 2022, we were at a $150 billion crypto market, for Christmas sakes. Take yourself back out here now to the Trump pump-ish, right? Isn't that about the Trump pump? I do believe it is. That was when, here, let's check that out, because that date there of 12-ish, 15, when it started to jump somewhere around November-ish here, hitting its height, okay, of 2024. Am I right on that? Yeah, I am right on that, I think that's correct. All right, so let's grab XRP for our little exercise here and look at it back at this time. Back pre-Trump pump, and now Trump pump on XRP. Its price being at about $2, and it did hit the 3, right? It hit 3, whatever it hit here. It did. Yeah, it hit 3, almost $3.50, almost right here. Okay, great. Here's the thing. If we drew a trend line like this, from even this jump where XRP is suppressed, in my opinion, so heavily it's ridiculous. That's literally what this freaking bell curve chart is showing. If you just drew like an umbrella, a U on this thing. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. This thing has been suppressed through this whole period. This spike should be way in the heck up here. We should be able to draw a trend line from here and go straight in the F up like this if y'all be paying attention to the truth of things. Look at the truth. These spikes are wrong. They should not be down there. They should be way in the F up here. Because look at it. Oh, man. Tank, don't flip out early in the morning here. We're coming to you 7:30 a.m. Colorado time. Sunday, Colorado here, Tuesday, December 9th. Welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with the Tanker. Please tap that like and subscribe. Helps us a great deal. Look at the ascending trend line that we can draw on this little son of a biatch. I can't cuss on the channel. Son of a gun. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this trend line. Now, come on. Go ahead and draw that on XRP and talk to me. Talk to me where price really going to be now. Look at it. We start here and draw that trend line up here. Now look at that. That's right there is $3.50. So we are looking at the in the 20s, 20-something dollar XRP we should be at right now. This thing is so suppressed. It's ridiculous. And here's the deal. When this supply shock comes as a result of the ETF custody holding action that has to happen for these spots between all these large AUMs, the Templeton, Canary's a small LLC, but these larger players, Grayscale, and a few of these others, and there are more coming on board, for Christmas sakes. I'm going to flip out. early on a Tuesday morning in a good way. In a good way. Not in a bad way. Flip out in a good way. Because I see the truth of this whole thing. Guys, you have master investors that are not seeing the truth of this. I have friends around me who are ultra successful people who don't see this. They can't see the truth of what has gone on in crypto that would create a chart such as this versus what's gone on in crypto that would create a chart such as this. Okay? So up and to the right. So up and to the right, Bitcoin is that it fails one of our 4 key metrics to be considered a store of value by any financial institution or mind or reputation on this planet Earth. It fails to stay correlated with the cost of goods and services. That's one of the 4 criteria to be considered a store of value. In fact, Bitcoin fails on 3 of the 4. It is not a store of value. It is a store of speculation. It wins on portability and divisibility. It does that in a super awesome Superman way. Great superpower. It's the only one out of the 4 superpowers that are required for it to be considered a store of value. That is a fact. We use these words. We use these words and have definitions for a reason. Go look it up. Bitcoin is not a store of value. It's a store to put you. Okay. If you want to call a store of value where I can put my money and it will go up a lot over time up and to the right, I mean, that's kind of like any great stock investment. Who are you kidding? That's all that really is. Stop it. It's not a store of value. Store of value requires the 4 criteria. It also fails on scarcity, which is one of the 4. It is not scarce. No, 21 million, having 21 million ever in circulation does not make you scarce. They have to start disappearing at some point and start becoming more scarcer. Yeah. Even if you only had 500 of them. I mean, it's valuable. It's great. Got Babe Ruth trading card, whatever. That's where, there's only 500, whatever. It's not really a great example. You know what I mean, though? Yeah, these Pokemon cards, there's only 100 of these Pokemon cards or these whatever, these, these baseball cards. Is he really comparing Bitcoin to a baseball card and a Pope? You're damn right I am. And you should be, too, if you understand economics just a little bit. That's kind of what I'm confused about. Is why am I not? What else I'm confused about is why you're not on full screen. Here's what I'm confused about. Why are the greatest economic minds on the planet with the best history and background and other successful, you got your Grant Card, who are they? I don't know if he's one of them, but there are a few that are yapping that Bitcoin. Oh, yay, rah, rah. Are you sick of winning yet with Bitcoin? And I would say the same thing. Look at its chart. So up and to the right drastically over the years. It's amazing. It's the best performing asset in history. It's incredible in that way. It's interesting how that one piece right there has it failing one of the 4 key metrics to be a store of value, which is staying correlated with the cost of goods and services. It doesn't. It far surpasses it like crazy. Interesting. I find this stuff fascinating, some of this stuff. It's so funny. It's got to be durable over a long period of time as another metric. How is it doing that when it requires a fragile infrastructure to keep it afloat by way of mining to create more Bitcoin? Am I starting to talk anybody's language, anybody's logic language? What happens if a solar flare hits? Even if it doesn't, it still requires this delicate infrastructure to keep it going and to keep Bitcoin afloat and alive. You got to literally keep creating the dang thing. Okay. Come on, people. All right, now, it also fails scarcity. I've mentioned it briefly, but scarcity, well, I mentioned it enough. You understand why. It doesn't get burned. I don't know if people, it can get burned if certain computations are performed. It can literally be burned. It just doesn't happen. They don't do it. We don't do it. It doesn't happen. Bitcoin somebody purchases something with Bitcoin, it goes over to that wallet of that other person. It does not get burned on the ledger the way XRP gets burned on the XRP Ledger, on the XRPL. I wonder what people really understand, because a lot of people don't understand that small point right there, which is a crucial point in the end. It's actually a large point. It's a hidden point, is why I said small. It's so small, it's like a molecule that's just hiding between, you know what I mean? It's tiny. But its effect is massive, however, when it comes to reactions and being a catalyst and things like this. Not a molecule, but you know what I mean, an enzyme. All right, come on. This isn't a biology class. All right, here's the deal. Crypto is the most obvious thing in the room going way up next. Which ones? Oh, I don't know. Might want to think about the ones that are integrating with the largest companies on the planet that have already shown to have the customer base, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, regulations, blah, blah, have all the largest company connections, partnerships, blah, 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 blah. Might want to think about, look at, I'm not a financial advisor. Think it might make sense to connect to some of those? I'm being silly now. Come on. Look at, here's the deal. I love everybody. You guys, I think, see the truth of this whole thing. I could stay on here literally and just yap for the entire effing day on this stuff. And I'm not going to do it, but I could. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining us here on the episode. And yes, I'm sorry. Let me get to Seth. Final comments here. Do not miss your comments, people. We got a couple of comments here. Sorry, guys. Comments. Seth says private property. So use collaterals. Lucia, we already covered that one. Sorry, buddy, to reread that one on you. Mark Sager, what's up? I've had patience for over 7 years so far. So they will wait a little longer. Dude, imagine if you had to wait another 7 years. Imagine if you had to wait another 7 years, Mark. Oh my gosh. Would that sink everybody's ship if we had to wait another 7 years? Would everybody be so sad if we all had to wait 7 more years before XRP's price finally started moving? I love you guys. Have a great day today. Enjoy it. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thanks, dude. Thanks, Kram. Like and subscribe if you like our channel and you like what we're doing, and tap the bell notification. We're on 7 a.m. Colorado time every Monday through Friday. You guys have an awesome day. I will check you tomorrow morning. Have a good one. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for spending some time. Shoot 'em, Gavin.